Hello, everybody. It's live stream time with the Hombre. Hold on one second. I'm just sending a note out to my Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective members here real quick. Sorry, just 1 second here. I have to send a notice out to my members to let them know about some stuff. Okay, there we go. So if you're part of the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, you should have just got a message that was sent. Some exciting news I just got. So always doing great things for members of the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. Matter of fact, if you're not familiar with what that group is, it's my group that I put together. It's basically supporters of mine that join the Discord group. It's $10 a month to become a member, and it supports what I do. That's how I generate money to be able to put together special projects and to do this kind of thing, since I don't get paid by the brands to do any videos and stuff, unlike a lot of the other influencers out there. I don't like to consider myself an influencer. I like to consider myself an educator and a helper, a brand helper. So I just sent out some information for them. But what happens with this group is you get access to some of these barrel picks and special buys that I put together to support the brands. We just launched the Carrera Joven, which just hit, and the members are able now. Only the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective members are able to buy it right now. It looks like this. The story behind this is I've been doing a lot of stuff with Carrera. We did this, the Still Strength Blanco was the first project that we did, where after we put together the flavor profile with them, I'm good friends with the Camarinas. They're like my family. I call the sons my nephews, and I call, Mauricio, Camarina, my hermano, my brother, because we're like family. They're like my Mexican family. So I put together this Joven to help them, because they were like, okay, we did the Still Strength Blanco, and that was really good. It got us a lot of exposure. People loved it, and now people are exploring, the fine tequila we make. Do you want to do something else? And I was like, well, you guys don't have a Joven. You want to do a Joven? And they said, we would love for you to come out and do a Joven. So I flew out, and at my own expense. They didn't pay for me to do anything. I paid for my hotel. I paid for my travel. I paid for everything myself at my own expense. And that's, help. I get help, to cover these expenses from the memberships, from the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, as well as YouTube memberships, $10 a month. And it, helps me fund this stuff. And then, so I flew there, and we went into the barrel room, and they're like, well, do you want to just do like a añejo barrel and blend it with Blanco, or you want to do a repo barrel? What do you want to do? And I go, well, let's sample the barrels and see which are the best barrels. I'm like, okay. So we found one repo that we liked a lot. We found an añejo we really liked a lot, and we found an extra añejo that we liked a lot. So then we went and we sat down in their main conference area there at the distillery. It's like an outdoor patio area. They do celebrations and stuff. They have parties and stuff in this part of their distillery. And we pulled out cylinders, graduated cylinders, and I sat down and started mixing based on flavor profile. The first thing we did is I tasted the repo barrel, tasted the añejo barrel, tasted the extra añejo barrel, and I already knew the Still Strength Blanco because I helped create that flavor profile with them originally. And by the way, the batch ones, it's completely sold out. You can't find batch one anymore. If you're buying any more off of Ferment and Still, that's the new stuff. It's not batch one. Batch one's completely gone. It's kind of sad to see it all go, but it's sold out and it's done. So I was able to get a final order in for myself to keep some bottles of batch one here for myself, which I'll share with friends and people when they come over and stuff like that. And then stuff I can visit to later on. So I sat down, graduated cylinders. I tasted through all the barrels. I'm like, okay, this one's got this. The one's got this. And so then I took, and started blending the Repo with the Añejo, with the extra Añejo, and then putting the Blanco in to lighten it up. But I'm like, I don't want this to be watered down. I don't want this to be 40%. I want to keep it high proof. So all of the barrels were cast strength, and we used the still strength Blanco, the 108 proof. And I sat down and tasted through them. And finally I got to a mix, and I went, oh my God, yes. This is it. And so then I had Mauricio Jr. there. I had Lalo, Eduardo Camarena there. I had Luis there. And and all of us tasted and went, oh, wow, yes, this is it. This is amazing. So then we were like, okay, let's try somebody that wouldn't be like biased like us. And so we actually found some other people that were touring the distillery. And we went up to them and we poured them a little sample and said, you guys try this and tell us what you think. And one of the girls there was like, I'm not normally big aged tequila drinker. She goes, but this is freaking delicious. I would do this in a heartbeat. And I was like, yes. And then the other guy that was there with him was like, yeah, he's an experienced tequila drinker. He was like, this is amazing. This is really good. What line is this? And I go, oh, we're putting it together. It's going to be coming out on the market soon. And like, oh, great. And so we had like 4 or 5 other people try it. And even some members at the, some workers at the distillery try it. And they're like, oh, that's phenomenal. This is going to be really good. So I'm super excited about this. Right now, it's only open to the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective members. And so only they right now can access it right now. And I do that because I'm rewarding the people that support me, because they're the ones that are paying the $10 a month membership to help me, that allow me to be able to do this kind of put projects together and do these kind of projects without forcing the brands to pay for commercial videos like a lot of these guys do. And it's funny because I was sitting with a brand owner yesterday, and he started tearing up, and he said, because I was meeting him face to face, and I don't charge the brands to do any of this stuff. I was helping him out, and he was sitting across from me. He started tearing up, and he goes, you're one of the only people that, of all the like YouTube and social media people that I talk to, that has gone out of your way to help my brand and to help me without trying to stick me with a $10,000 invoice or a $5,000 bill or trying to extract money out of me. Because money, I don't have right now because we're just a young brand. And I go, no, that's not what I do. I want to help you. And I go, and if, and once we get things set up for you, because we're working on doing some stuff where we can get them into the United States, so people here can buy his tequila. Right now, it's only available in Mexico. So once we get things set up, we can do a special project too, where we can do a single barrel or something, because I really enjoy your brand. But we'll do that to support the brand, and we'll buy the whole batch or whatever and offer it to the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective members, and then whatever they don't buy, we'll open it up to the public. And so, it's gonna be, the Joven's really good, and people are going to be ranting and raving about it. And it says on the top too, it says blended by the Tequila Hombre. So it's friggin' delicious. I'm going to do a review on it too. I already know it's good because I made it, but it's delicious. People are going to love it. And some of the members are already excited. Can't wait to try. There's Doc James. He's one of my members of the Tequila Barrel Agave Collective. His order's en route now, which is great. So they're shipping real fast too. So I'm encouraging, if you're a Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective member and you haven't checked the Discord, it's available now. Get in and get your purchase. The great thing about it is it's only $65.99 a bottle right now, which is great for a high proof Joven like this that's got Repo, Añejo, and Extra Añejo in it, as well as high proof Blanco. I arranged for a good price, made sure we got a good price so we can get some great tequila into people's hands. That's basically like my goal here. When I do my stuff is to get amazing tequila in your hands. I'm not here to sell stuff. I mean, I'm not a salesperson, but I sometimes come across, and if I do, I'm sorry about that. My goal isn't to sell you on things. My goal is to get you to try some really good stuff that I really, really enjoy, and I think you'll enjoy. And a lot of times what comes back is people go, I tried it, you were ranting, raving about it, and I loved it. Thank you for steering me on to this. I love getting messages from people that say, hey, thank you for turning me on to this brand. It's now my go-to brand. I love it. Ever since you turned me on to good tequila, I've never turned back to the old junk that I was drinking before and stuff like that. I love hearing that. That's what I do this for, is to help people, not really to enrich myself. So I don't make money from brands. I never do. I don't accept money from anybody to do videos. Anything that I recommend is because I highly recommend it. And anything that we offer through these barrels are because I do this to support the brands that I like. So if you look at the barrels we've done, Corazon de Agave was with Casa San Matias, which I adore. Casa San Matias, and Ray Saul's is something that I'm a big fan of. So we did Corazon de Agave barrels. We did G4 barrel. We were the first to get the 5-year G4 barrels. We get 2 of those. I was a huge G4, and still am a huge G4 fan. I even worked for G4. I helped them one time. They needed somebody to do some work for them, so they hired me, and I went up and did some work for them before. What other barrels have we done? We've done G4. We did G4 108 high proof Blanco. We were the first in the country to get that for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. I launched that here for them for G4. We did I've done like 17 barrels now since I've been with the collective. What are the other barrels we've done? We did San Matias Gran Reserva barrels. We did 2 Raysol, 3 Raysol 20th anniversary barrels. I've got some other barrels planned. We have the Partida barrel coming here soon, which high proof Blanco. This stuff is amazing too. And I'm working on a good price point for this, but high proof, cast strength, they're not diluting it at all. Amazing stuff. I'll do a video on this. These are sample bottles that they gave me when I was at the distillery when I did the selection. I said, I need some sample bottles so I can do some videos and stuff of that. So that's coming. And then right now, this is available on Ferment and Still. And this stuff's amazing. And now, so why do I always promote Ferment and Still? Because I'm an owner of the store. I own the store. That's my store. So originally, now let's talk. I want to talk a little bit about Ferment and Still too, and the history. When I first started doing barrels, this is the kind of things that would happen out in the tequila world. When I first did the Corazon de Agave barrels, we needed to find, in order to do barrel buys, you need to find a retailer that will take the barrel when you do the purchase. You cannot do a single barrel buy without a retailer that will commit to the purchase. So when I first started the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, and give you an idea when it started, it was like 2016. I think we started the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. So that was, 9 years ago. And when we first did our first barrel, nobody was doing single barrel buys. I kind of said, I think we should do something where we can allow people to get access to these barrels that aren't with a store and get them all across the country instead of only your local store being able to get it and people in that area being able to get it. So I had a lot of people tell me, people tried that before. You can't do it. You're not going to be able to do it. But I'm not one to let people tell me what they can't do, especially when I have people that are DMing me saying, you can do it and I'll help you. So originally, when we did the Corazon de Agave, I had to find a retailer in Virginia, in DC. And he would only ship out cases. You couldn't buy bottles out. You had to buy a case. And so we ended up selling it out. And then when he's shipping cases, he didn't do a good job of packing them. And so bottles got broken. And so we had to keep some cases aside just for breakage. And I worked with Sazerac and stuff. They helped me coordinate with the guy to do it. And it was kind of a pain in the butt, especially because the guy's like, well, I don't want to be in the business of shipping bottles for you across the country. And so I'm like, okay, fine. So our next barrel buy, we, what was the next one? G4, was the 5-year G4. So we found a retailer for the 5-year G4, and we arranged for pricing with them, and then they ended up saying, well, we're going to charge you more on it. We decided we want to make more money on this since we're, sitting with the inventory. So they jacked up the price on us, which is nothing we can do about that. So we were forced to pay a higher price for it. And then they were charging us a lot more for shipping. So we're like, okay, nothing we can do. We're stuck with this retailer. So the next one we did was the 108 proof, the 108 proof G4 still strength Blanco. And they found a retailer for us. G4 worked with us, the people of the package group. They helped us find a retailer. And they're like, yeah, we'll sell it to you at that price. But then what they were doing is they were charging us $45 for shipping. So if I wanted 2 bottles shipped to me from where they were, which was in Los Angeles, to me here in Riverside, it cost me $45 to have it shipped. We were like, oh my God. And they're like, sorry, that's what our price is. It's $45 shipping. And so everybody was complaining about how much they were charging us for shipping. And so I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be a better way to do this. And then we did 2 Raysol barrels. And we were trying to have Sazerac arrange to send them to local liquor stores so people could pick them up. And then the logistics on that wasn't working. So we ended up getting a retailer, and I'm not going to say their name. But they were on the East Coast. And because of everything being messed up, I arranged with Sazerac to give us a better price on the Raysol barrel. And they're like, okay, yeah, we're going to reduce your pricing for you because everything's been messed up. This was like a year and a half after we originally picked the barrel. So it's like took forever. And so the barrels went to them. What was left of a barrel went to them. And I arranged for lower prices. So instead of like, it was at the point price, I think it was like $299 or $249 or something like that. And we were supposed to get it for like $199. And so with the pricing I arranged with Sazerac, well, they can't tell the retailer what to sell it for. So that retailer came back and said, no, it's still going to be $249 or whatever. So you're not going to get a lower, but I said, I arranged a lower price for you guys. Yes, thank you. And so they took the extra profit and they screwed us. And we're like, okay, that's it. I'm never doing business with you again. And I swear I will never buy anything from them ever because they're a bunch of crooks. So I said, okay, there's got to be a better way to do this. I need to be able to do this. And I also want to be able to do something where I can support the brands and have it where people can go and pick up, buy bottles without having to worry about buying the sugary stuff. Because people all the time will go, hey, I just bought this off this website. Is this a good tequila? And I'm like, no, that's filled with sugar and blah, blah. And they're like, oh. So I'm like, okay, I want to create a store where people can go. And no matter what they buy, they know they're going to be getting a really good, high quality, well-made tequila or agave spirit, and also a place that I know that I can control where our barrel buys go and what's going to happen with the pricing and stuff. And so I partnered up with some other people, industry people, that said, we'll make a deal with you. We'll do this store. And you get to dictate what's on it. There's inventory that you want. You let us know. We'll order it for you. The only stipulation is you have to sell the inventory. We don't want to sit on your barrel buys and stuff because it costs us money. We don't want it to sit there. And in order for you to keep adding more barrel buys and more special batches, you got to make sure it sells out. So yeah, I talk about buying the stuff there because in order for us to sell out, in order for us to be able to buy new barrels and do new projects with some of the brands we want to support, we have to be able to sell out what we bring in. And so that's the stipulation we have. So that's why I do a lot of, hey, this, you get it with ferment and still, and ferment and still, I pay, I'm an owner, so I pay in to support that. It's my store. I pay in to support it. I dictate curate what goes on it. Nothing that I don't like goes on. Well, actually, I can't say that's true because there's well, there was one batch I didn't like of one brand, but I still put it on there because it's typically a good quality brand, and I think I just got a bad batch, which happens for my review. But it's a solid, well-made tequila brand, and so there's stuff on there that I've like. The flavor profile didn't match with me, but it's still on there, but because it's good quality, well-made brand by a respected tequilero. So that's the story behind Ferment and Still. I'm not being paid to do reviews and to push products on Ferment and Still. These are products I selected, I put on the site because I adore them, and I want people to try them because I think they'll adore them too. But also with the barrel buys that we do, I'm trying to encourage people to try it that haven't, so they will try it, and also we can sell out the barrel so we can look at doing some new, cool, and interesting batches and barrels in the future and support more brands or keep supporting the brands that we're supporting. So some of the brands that we've supported already, brands I'm sure you're familiar with, Corazon de Agave, we did San Matias Gran Reserva, Rey Sol, Cascanes, G4, Yayo. What else have we done? We've done a bunch of stuff. Santo, the Extra Añejo. We've done Carrera, a couple. We did the Still Strength Blanco. We did the Carrera Single Barrel. The Dos Maderos, which is delicious. We supported a lot of brands, and all of them are really good quality brands. And so I promote Ferment and Still because I want to keep supporting brands and keep doing the things that I'm doing. And by you guys going and purchasing off of Ferment and Still, which thank you very much for doing that, you're supporting the brands as well, and you're getting some great quality tequilas. So that's what I do. Oh yes, the Viva Mexico High Proof Blanco. I mean, I bought that entire batch. I tasted it. I was sitting with Sergio Cruz and Sergio Vivanco, and I was like, okay, I want to buy the whole thing. Like, well, this is just a trial batch. I'll buy the whole thing. No, we want to keep them. No, please. So they finally sold. I bought the whole batch to support them. They're like my family too. I can go to Viva Mexico anytime I want and visit with Sergio. They're always like, our house is your house. So I did support, yes, Viva Mexico. We did support Viva Mexico. And we've done a couple of barrels with Yayo. We did 2 barrels with Yayo. So the brands that we support are good quality brands. It's not like I'm, trying to peddle garbage to people. I don't do that. And I'm not making money hand over fist on doing videos and stuff. I'm doing this to help you guys, and because I love the people behind the brands. I love the brands, and I want to support them. And I'm a believer that if you give, and you don't expect anything back, that it'll come back to you. And so I'm a firm believer in that. So I give wholeheartedly. I help people. Brands all the time will send me messages saying, hey, we'd love to collaborate with you. What's your rate sheet? I don't have a rate sheet. I go, if you want to collaborate with me, send me a bottle of every expression you have, and I'll do a review. And if I like it, I'll do some other videos for you to help support you on Instagram and stuff, to let people know about you and stuff. And they're like, you will? That's great. Yeah. Or some people are like, no, we don't want to do that, because they know their tequila may not be great, and they may, be afraid that I'm going to say something bad about it. But I never bash, and people go, I've never seen you bash a brand and stuff. I go, because what is bashing a brand do? It doesn't help anybody. It causes some animosity and some negativity. I don't believe in bashing brands, but I'll tell you that I don't particularly like the flavor profile, but it doesn't mean somebody else isn't going to like it. And I can tell you that it's got additives and stuff, which is fine if people want to drink tequila with additives. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And, don't get me started on the whole additive free thing either, because I can go off on that. So that's the whole story behind Ferment and Still and the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. I'm not making hand over fist on this. I make some money to cover my travel to Mexico to do some special projects and support the brands. And that's why when I go to Mexico, all the brands want me to come visit them. The distilleries like, come visit. let's do something. Let's talk about things. And so I go and I sit down. I don't get hammered. I don't get drunk with them. We talk about business. We talk about ideas of things we can do. And we come up with projects and we go ahead and do it. And so that's the way I am. So I have brands, lighting up my phone all the time. I get messages, DMs from them. I was talking to John Bollinger from Yayo the other day, and we're talking about some stuff. I get, guys from all bunch of different brands. I talk to Sergio Cruz all the time. He messages me. Sergio Vivanco messaging me. I get Carlos Camarena messaging me every once in a while. I get Carrera guys messaging me. Matter of fact, Mauricio Camarena came here, and I helped him with a project he's working on. Didn't charge him for it. I didn't send him a bill. I just said, yeah, come, I'll help you. And I did. Because they're like my family, So, yes, Viva Mexico. We did support Viva Mexico. I love Viva Mexico. And I've supported them before the brand even came here. And now the people that import them, they know I support the brand. And so they, will get me bottles to review and do things. And I'm good friends with the people there. It's called, they're called Hidden Gem. They're the ones that import Viva Mexico. Career projects. But yeah, there's some good projects. We've been doing some good stuff with them. And, I don't do these things to create, sweet tequilas or stuff like that. I'm like, and to be able to support the Carrera brand so it grows, and that side of the Camarena family gets more exposure without having to pay for it, because they're not extremely wealthy. It's a small brand, but they're growing. And because of stuff that I've done with them, people know about Carrera. They know about the Carrera 54. They know about now the Taona, this is going to blow up. This stuff is, if you're not afraid to try it, or not going to let your beliefs that I crooked swindler or grifter or whatever get in the way, you're going to have some fantastic tequila if you try this. And it's $65.99 a bottle. It's a steal. It's a good price. So that's it. We'll get that out of the way. I know there's a lot of people. I got a lot of haters online that'll say all kinds of things about me, but none of them have ever met me in person or sat down and have a conversation with me and talked with me. They just assume things, and you can assume the worst of people. And that negativity and stuff doesn't do anybody good. Cheat Code says the Carrera projects have been outstanding. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying these. Some of these guys are members of my Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. And I know I tell you guys this all the time. I do appreciate you supporting me. I keep the price low. And then there's also an Agave Lovers level, which we have a lot of fun with. I send them sample bottles of stuff to try, and we're doing a mystery bottle thing right now where they're getting mystery bottles, and then I'm going to reveal what the mystery bottle things are all about when we're done with the mystery bottles that I have lined up. So it's going to be kind of fun. So we do all kinds of fun things like this. I do a lot of things for them. I answer questions for them all the time. When I get stuff, if someone gives me t-shirts, I'll give the t-shirts to my collective members. I sent a bunch of t-shirts from Yayo out when we get our barrel select. They went to the guys from the collective that bought cases and stuff. And and so I take care of them because they support me, and I appreciate their support. Let's see. Let's start answering some of the questions here. The double Madeira. Yes, the Dos Madeiras was really good. The Dos Madeiras, the two woods, that one sold out really quick. Once people started tasting it, they're like, oh my God. And we had the best barrel, by far the best barrel. Matter of fact, when I was at the distillery last, when we mixed the Joven, they said to me, we have one last barrel of the Dos Madeiras. Do you want it? And I was like, no. Because after the barrel that we got, the one that was left wasn't nearly as good. Taste the Joven live? You want me to do it now? All right. Well, if you guys want me to do the Joven now, I can pop it open and do it now, but I want to get like a lot of people saying, yeah, do it now. And maybe, if you guys want to help me out, if you look down at the bottom, I can be bribed. I'll let you guys bribe me, since you guys are my supporters and stuff. I'll let you bribe me. There's a way to send a little money my way. Not that I'm a grifter. I'll still do it anyways. But if you want to support what I do, There is, you can send super chats down below, and you can send any amount. It helps fund what I do. And so, you know, I do the YouTube videos and stuff to try to make some money. And so if you guys want me to do the Carrera Joven live now, comment yes. Comment do it. Comment do it, hombre. And I will do it. So, but if you also want to, you know, chip in a little money to help with the super chat, that would be great. I'd love that. So let me see some questions here coming up. How much impact in the crash in agave price is going to have on the end user cost? Hoping the high inflation on tequila dies down. I don't think the price of agave is going to affect the price that we get here. And the reason why is because a lot of times these brands weren't making any money on the stuff before. So now's a chance for them to make money. So you're not going to see the prices go up most likely, but you're not going to see the prices go down because now everyone can cash in a little bit now that the price of agave has gone down. So I think that's what you're going to see. And that's the kind of what I've been getting back from people in the tequila world when I'm in Mexico. Very curious about the Carrera Teona. Cascaweens was okay, and it's the only Teona tequila I've tried. I'm going to do a review for the tequila, the Teona. I have the bottle here. That's actually HG4. Here we go. So I'll do a review of this coming up soon here. So I've got the Carrera Teona. So I'll do a review on this. So look for the review coming up on the channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I'll do a review on it. I haven't tasted it yet. I sent it out to my collective members, my agave lovers members before I had a chance to try it. But they got a chance. A lot of them got a chance to try it. So what's this? Very curious. Well, it's hard to take you serious before, and now you prove my point. Now you're biased with the brands you have business with. I'll still watch because you're right sometimes, and I appreciate. No, I'm not biased with the brands I have business with. I do brands. I do business with the brands that I like. Does that make sense? It's not I'm biased towards the brands that I do business with. It's when a brand sends me bottles to do a review, and I do a review and I go, wow, okay, this is really good. And I learn more about the brands and I like what they're doing, then I want to do stuff to support them. So we do stuff like that. Does that make sense? Thank you so much, Doc James, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm not biased with the brands I do business with. I do business with the brands that I really like. I don't do business with the brands I don't like. Okay? And by doing business, we buy their stuff and support them. What's wrong with doing that, right? What's wrong with supporting the brands that are doing stuff right that I like? So I didn't prove any point. What I did is made clarifications for misconceptions that people have. Does that make sense? Yes, the Joven Live, okay. Do the Joven Live, okay. Yep, okay. Please and thank you, okay. Okay, everyone wants me to do it, okay. Yes, okay. Heck yes, crack the Joven. God, you guys want me to do it now? Okay. It's like noon. I'm going to be drinking. Consider it busking online. Busking online. Okay. How about the lawsuits against Don Julio and some celeb brands with inferior juice? I think the basis behind it is they're using primarily cane sugar. You know, there's accusations being made, but nothing's been proven with the science that supposedly they're using. I think they're looking for a settlement, and I don't think there's anything going to be behind it. From what I've talked to, people are like, in Mexico, they're like, nah, nothing's going to come of this. So we'll see. All we can do is wait and see. But my personal opinion is I think that they're just junk class action lawsuits where the law firms are looking to cash in. Thanks, Doc James, for the super chat. I appreciate it. All right, so we'll crack the Joven. Let me see. Do I have a clean glass here? No, that one's dirty. And I'm not biased because I'm doing business with the brands. Jeez, my God, people. I hope that makes sense, raw truth. Did it clarify things for you, how it works? And anybody knows, will see the review that I've done before I coordinate the barrel buy. And normally, as all of you guys here on the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, when I do a special buy with a brand, do I not ask you guys first if we should support the brand and do a single barrel buy, and if you guys are into it or not? It's part of being the collective. Do I not ask you guys on the Discord whether, and take a vote as to whether we should do a barrel buy or not, or single barrel buy with a brand? And you guys normally will comment and let me know. Thank you, Ray Odams. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Do I not ask you guys first on the Discord? Hey, I got a brand that asked me if we should do a barrel buy. Are you guys into doing a single barrel for this? Well, thank you, Cheat Code TL, for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks. So, like Rick Stroker says, see, I definitely ask your community their opinions on all the picks. See? I don't just, go out and say, I'm going to do this and push this brand and do business with this brand, so then I have to like them. That's not the case. It's not the case at all. I get a brand that contacts me and says, hey, we'd love for you to do a barrel buy, and most of the time that happens after I do the review and I say something positive about it. They're like, we'd love to do some stuff with you. So here, can vouch, you ask on Discord first. These are my members. These are people that pay to support what I do. See, I agree. You don't get into the hype. Honest reviews. Most influencers push the same products at the same time due to it being marketing push. You have never steered me wrong. There you go. And a lot of times too, if I see a lot of other influencers talking about a brand, I don't do the review. I purposely, even if they send me the tequila at the same time, I wait to do the review. And I tell the brand, I see you're paying for some reviews for other people right now. I don't want people to think I'm part of your paid posse or your paid stable of reviewers. So I won't do the review until later. I still have some, what is that stuff called? Cierto. I still have Cierto, their private reserve. I need to review because I wouldn't review it the time they sent me it to me, because there were so many other reviewers that were reviewing it at the time. And I'm not a paid reviewer, and I didn't want people to think I'm a paid reviewer. So there he goes. He asks Discord first and gets a general consensus. And if we don't agree, we don't get it. There you go. Hola, live tasting. Yes. And yes, you always ask us about the buys before. There you go. And Quicksilver's one of my members on Discord as well. Cray says you definitely ask us first. See, you're getting confirmation. You're getting people that are confirming everything that I'm telling you live. So, and for all of you guys that are my supporters and stuff, and it said that you want me to do this review live, I'm going to do it live. Okay. So this is 90 proof. So you guys are getting a preview of the review. So this is a clean glass. This is the way I set up the reviews. I make sure the glass is clean. It's normally, I need to drink some water first. Oh, by the way, we'll talk about something else too. A barrel offer that we have coming up. So I think I talked to the Discord about it already, but some of you guys were like, but they sent me some samples, so we can check it out and see if it's something we want to move forward on or not. But I like their stuff that I reviewed, but we'll talk about that in a little bit here. So stay tuned. This maybe go over longer than an hour, so I have a tendency of doing that with my live streams. All right, so I just poured a fresh pour. You can smell it. Here you go. You want to smell it? You guys can smell it. Look. What do you think? I can smell it. It smells really good. All right, so looking at it in the glass, this is what we do on the reviews. It coats the glass beautifully. Look at. There you go. It's coming down the glass. Looks good. It's going to be a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. This might actually be I have one glass that Hold on, I have one glass for some reason that doesn't coat. I think that might be it. I need to put it aside. Let me grab a different glass. Hold on. All right, I have one glass that no matter what I put in it, it won't. You can't see legs and tears on it. It won't coat. So I've got to throw that glass away and buy some more. But I know it's tough throwing away a $40 glass, but I may just keep it to drink out of and just. I need to put it someplace where I don't pull it out for reviews because it doesn't coat at all. I think that's the one because I just looking at it going, it doesn't. All right, here we go. Here's a clean glass. I just cleaned it. Let me see. Let's look at it. Yep. That looks clean. That looks very clean. Good. Okay. Let's use this glass. Sorry, I'm prepared because I wasn't really prepared to do a live review for you guys here. You guys forced me to. And thank you guys for all the super chats. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So looking at it in the glass. Yeah, that's better. Look at it. It coats the glass beautifully. You can see the legs and tears starting to break at the top. You see all this. Like right up here, look at that. Look at that. That's wonderful. If you aren't salivating yet, I don't know what's wrong with you. Look at that. Oh. And then looking at the color, it is a nice golden brown color to it. You can see my beautiful dome through it. Nothing floating, looks great. All right, so on the nose. Oh, the nose on this is fantastic. All right, you ready for this? Here we go. Let's see what we get on the So definitely get that sweet cinnamon and baking spice, the cooked agave notes. And if you've ever been to a distillery and smelled the cooked agave, you'll know what I'm talking about. Nice sweet cinnamon. Some nice, it's got a nice sweet fruitiness to it. So like mango and apricot, nice cherry note to it. Some vanilla and caramel notes coming through. It just smells rich. It smells like rich and delicious and well balanced. And it's got a nice sweet honey note right on the top of it too. It smells great. All right. So now I've got to acclimate my mouth to 40% alcohol by volume because of course I was drinking Coke Zero before I came on. So give me a second here. Sorry, this is 90 proof, so 45%. You know, I'm not supposed to look for tasting notes, but just when I do that, of course, I get tasting notes coming through. You guys are going to love. I need to order more bottles. Okay, salud.
Baby girl, let me tell you, I may have to change my voice and move away from where it's all for a minute, because, oh, all right. Let me get my composure for a minute.
All right, here we go. You guys, this is as good as I remember it. Sweet cinnamon and baking spices. Let me get this off the screen first. You get sweet cinnamon and baking spice notes up front. It's really silky smooth on the mouthfeel. Sweet cinnamon baking spices up front. Nice cherry note coming through. And then this just beautiful caramel, vanilla, and like a mixture of milk and dark chocolate that comes through on it. At the end, you get a little bit of tanginess, almost like tangerine, like a tangy citrus note on the end, which is kind of interesting. I like that. But definitely getting like an orange, like a tangier orange. But the only thing I can say is,
baby girl, you better get you a bottle of this stuff, because once you do, it's going to make you want to sing. Oh yeah, baby.
It is really good. 100%. 5 agave. Of course I'm biased because I freaking mixed it and it's just as good as I remember it. It is really good, you guys. I swear. If you buy a bottle of this and you don't like it, I don't know what's wrong with you. Seriously. It is smooth. It's delicious. It's easy to drink. I literally could sip the out of this while enjoying a good stogie. Definitely. When my Dallas Cowboys get the kicked out of them, I could sit and enjoy this and I would stop crying. It's that good. This is really good. And when I go crazy about this, now, these are my collective guys out there. When I go really crazy about something, one of our buys and stuff, have I ever, I thank you for the super chat cheat code. I appreciate it. Have I ever steered you wrong? Where you're like, what the hell is he talking about? This stuff's not that good. Have I ever steered you wrong? So he says, which blend stands out? No, they're all blended nicely together. So you get the nice oiliness of the 54 with, you know, all the different age stuff blended nicely. So, this turned out as good as I remember. Now here, just let's do this too, because I want to see. Hold on. Oh, it might be downstairs. Oh, here. Here we go. There we go. This is a sample bottle that they gave me at the distillery. So I don't need to worry about it coating the glass nice. So I'm going to do it out of the other glass that doesn't coat very well. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Confirmation. I'm not doing this just to try to sell this stuff, you guys. I'm doing it because it's good. Sorry, I can't curse because then they hit me with a thing and I can't collect money off the videos, because that's where I make my money, off the videos, not from the brands. So keep watching the videos. So this is the original sample. This is the original stuff that we mixed. They gave me a bottle of it at the distillery to bring home. And this is the stuff they bottled. Yeah, it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. It's really good. Actually, I think that the stuff in the bottle, because it had some time to rest and had some time to age, actually is better. The stuff that's in the Carrera bottle is better. It's better than the sample that we did fresh on the fresh pour. It's a lot more refined. It's a lot more melded together better. So I swear, you guys are going to love it. Well, thank you, Cheat Codes. I think 100% of recommendations will be on. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would never let you guys down. That's not what I do. I'm not about letting you guys down. I never have been. And if you know me, if you know who I am, and anybody that's ever met me, brands, they'll tell you the same thing about me. I'm honest. I'm a straight shooter. I don't bullshit. Oop. I don't. There. And never have to worry about getting bad information from me. I mean, sometimes I make mistakes and I correct it. I try to correct it when I don't know. But like guys on the collective will tell you too, when they ask me a question, if I don't know, I say, let me ask, and I'll ask and I'll come back and answer the questions. That's one of the things about being a member of the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective too. You tag me in a post and I'll normally answer you pretty quickly. I try to answer your questions. And if I don't know the answers, I will ask the brands and get answer and get back to you on it. So that's one of the advantages too of being a collective member and paying the $10 a month, which is nothing. I mean, really, it's nothing. But we got like 120 members now, and I love all my members. They're really great. And I appreciate them supporting what I do, and they know I will never do anything to ever violate their trust, and that's the way I am. So thank you. And times are tough right now, so I understand, paying $10 a month sometimes is rough, and so but they get first shot at this Hoven, and then whatever they don't buy, we'll open it up to the public, so everybody else can get. But one of the advantages of being a Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective member is that you're insured that you're going to get some. The public may not if the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective members buy it all first. So we're going to sit on this for a little bit for them, let them get their bottles and try it and see if they want to buy more. And if so, they'll be able to buy what they want, and then we'll open it up. So look for it to be announced that it'll come to the public. And if you subscribe here to the YouTube channel, I will do a short video announcing when it's available to the public. You're not going to miss this. It's delicious. You're not going to want to miss on this. Now, there's a story behind this too. I'm not going to get into it now because it could be seen as negative towards another brand and stuff. So maybe we'll do a nighttime live stream where I can get into the story behind that. But have you done any projects with Tequila Ocho? You've got quite the lineup behind you. I love their stuff. I have not done any projects with Tequila Ocho. As far as I know, they don't do projects, but I know Carlos very well, Carlos Camarena, and I know Fanny, his daughter that runs Ocho right now, very well. I was actually visited the distillery before anybody else did, and I can show you. Look here, this is the kind of relationship I have with Carlos Camarena. I love Carlos. What's this? Quicksilver, I got your message. I'll get back to you in a second, okay? So I'll answer you later. I mean, seriously, don't worry about stuff like that. But I'll don't worry. Hold on. All right, so sorry. I get my collective members sending me messages and asking me questions. So Quicksilver, I'll adjust your question, I promise, in a little bit, okay? I I know he was watching earlier. So let me show you some stuff here. Just give you an idea. Let me see if I still have it. I get so many people messaging me here. Come on. Carlos and I, we go way back, and we're about the same age, which is kind of cool. So the whole Camarena family, I love them. They're all great. Felipe's great. Now, one thing I was really happy to do, and I'm kind of glad I did. Here, there you go. That's Carlos and I got to meet up with him at an event here locally. And then when he was here, I was like, hey, he ran into me. He goes, hey, Mark. And I went, hey, Carlos. Let me see. Where is it? Here. This is when, here, this is funny. You guys like this story. I got to visit the Ocho distillery. Here it is. There it is. That's Carlos and I again. I mean, this is before I lost all the weight too. So this is Carlos and I at the distillery before it was finished being built. I was one of the first to be able to tour it. I promised him I wouldn't be able to post the video tour. There's a video tour on the YouTube channel. I wasn't able to post the video tour until they said it's okay. So then once they said okay, I was allowed to. But that bottle what we're drinking there is the 85th anniversary edition of El Tesoro. Before it was launched, that was his sample bottle he pulled out of the barrel, and Carlos and I together drank that bottle while we were walking around the Ocho distillery. At that time. So I have a great relationship with Carlos. I haven't reached out and talked to him about doing a special batch with them. Right now they're doing all the stuff with Heavenly Hill and all their different whiskeys and stuff. So I don't know if they're open to it or not. I can check with Carlos and see if it's something he'd be willing to do. We do have the El Tesoro barrels, which, we've done a couple of El Tesoro barrels. And the newest, the Tequila Hombre selection, is a really good one. We have 2 barrels up on ferment and still now. Now the first one I think was a mistake, because what basically happened is the first barrel that I picked got destroyed in an accident at the distillery. And so they said, hey, your barrel was lost in an accident distillery, but Carlos would like to pull a barrel out of his private selection for you, his private reserve for you, and have that be your barrel instead. And I said okay to it. It ends up being not as good as the Tequila Hombre selection that we have now. I really like the Tequila Hombre selection. Those of you that have tried the El Tesoro Tequila Barrel and Agave Tequila Hombre selection, it's really good. So try that if you haven't. Let me see. I think you're 100% right. How was your Herradura? Oh. How was the Herradura they sent you for? I haven't done it yet. I've got it downstairs. I need to do the review on it still. They sent that to me because they said I'm a legend, because I'm one of the few online reviewers and honest reviewers and stuff that have been around for as long as I have. Most of the guys you see now on Instagram and stuff didn't pop up until 2020, during COVID and stuff. I've been around since 2015, 2016, which doesn't seem like a long time, but it's a long time in the tequila world. Because it was before tequila was really taken off. So I'm one of the old school OG guys that's been doing this. So I need to do the review on that. It's still sitting downstairs on the table, but I will get to the Herradura one. So I haven't done it yet. So make sure you look for the review to come up. Have you done any projects with Tequila Ocho? Okay, that's the one I did. I have a huge, I adore Ocho. And if you look behind me, you can see that selection behind me, right? It's right here. He's talking about right here on the shelf. It actually extends that whole entire shelf. That's all Tequila Ocho. I adore Ocho. I adore everything they do. I'm a big fan of Ocho. I love their stuff. So, but if Carlos wants to do a project, I'd love to do a project with him on that. What is this? I'd like to see more tequila aged in Amburana casks. Okay. Well, that's something that Paladar is doing. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. So give me a little second, Mike, and I'll address that in a little bit. The Lost Lure was delicious. Okay. They did an Amburana one. Lost Lure, I don't know if they don't like me anymore or something. I told you I'm honest, and they sent me 2 little sample bottles a long time ago to do a review. And I normally don't like sample bottles, first of all, because it's oxidized. It's not, a retail sample like representative of what you're going to get in a store and stuff like that. So I normally like it for brands and request that they send me a full retail sample bottle, sealed, closed. So I know I'm getting the stuff that it's going to be on the shelf. Nothing else is put in that bottle. Nothing else deceptive can be done. That's what I request. They sent me 2 little sample bottles, and when I did the review the first time, it smelled like Play-Doh. And I did it in a hotel room, and my wife is like, "Why does it smell like Play-Doh?" And I'm like, it's this tequila, and I think it's because of the yeast and stuff. And so on my review, I said it smelled like Play-Doh, and after that, they never sent me any more bottles. So I don't get to review their stuff anymore, so I can't talk about their stuff. And I'd love to be able to afford to buy, these bottles and do these reviews and stuff. But I honestly, with the projects that I'm doing with the brands that I do like, I just don't have the money to go out and buy a bunch of bottles of stuff to do reviews. And I have bottles that show up on my front porch from people that appreciate my reviews all the time that I still need to get to do for you guys. Even new brands that are coming out there, like, we will have your honest opinion on this stuff. And sometimes they say, if you don't like it, don't feel like you need to post a review. And I tell them, well, I'll post a review, but I won't bash you. I don't bash brands. It may not be something I like, but whatever. So, okay, 2 thumbs up. Yeah. All right, good. All right. So we're caught up on our comments and our messages, which is good. So there's some other things I want to talk about. One of them is a meetup that I'm planning. Now, one way to really know what I'm like is to meet me in person. And so I've had other people say, "Hey, you should do a meetup and you do a conference or whatever." And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Some of the meetups and stuff that people do or look like they're grifts. They're people trying to make money and stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, what do I like to do? And where can I be in my element? And where can we really... Well, let me kind of explain it this way. Before I got into doing reviews and stuff, my full-time job I was a wedding and event DJ. So I have a degree in radio and television broadcasting. I worked as a radio personality before, and then I started doing wedding and event DJ where I'm a professional MC. And one of the things I really focused on doing when I ran my business was creating experiences, right? I want to create an experience for somebody, for people. I want them to remember it. And when you have a wedding and you're getting married, you want to remember your wedding for all the positive things that happened and create positive experiences. So I kind of wanted to do a meetup that we did something where we create an experience. Now, the meetup, I'm not making a dime. It's actually costing me money to do this, which is fine. I don't mind because I love doing what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to put the logo up on the screen. The meetup is called the Tuna Tales and Tequila Tour of 2026. So I got Carrera Tequila to sponsor it for me since they're a friend brand. So their sponsorship, and so what they're doing is a sponsorship is they're providing tequila for a tasting. So they're going to be doing a tequila dinner for us. We're going to be the boat has a chef on board, a culinary trained chef that will prepare a meal that is designed around the tequila that we're having. So we're doing a tequila pairing dinner with Tequila to Ona on one of the nights. It's going to be 4 nights. It's October 12th to the 16th. We're going to be going after bluefin tuna, yellowfin tuna, yellowtail, and dorado, which is mahi-mahi fish. I love sport fishing. So I'm going to show you a picture. The kind of things that we're going to do together. We're going to be on this boat for 4 days. So you guys are going to be hanging out with me for 4 days. There's cabins on the boat, air-conditioned cabins. So you'll be sleeping in a cabin on the boat. You get lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks included in the trip as well. The chef is preparing that in the galley for us. And we'll be going after, like, the first night. We leave at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday night. Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. So the first night, we're going to be fishing for bluefin tuna, night fishing, night jigging for them in the Pacific. And it is amazing. So this is me fishing this year. That is an 80-pound bluefin tuna that I got to wrestle for 45 minutes on the boat. That sucker ran me all over the place. It is so much fun catching these fish. And so I ended up catching 3 80-pound bluefins and 1 60-pound bluefin on this trip. And then I caught a bunch of rockfish. I caught a bunch of, so we have a bunch of like cod and stuff for making fish tacos. I got bluefin tuna. I got probably 6 or 8 yellowtail, which Pacific yellowtail is different than East Coast yellowtail. So it's Pacific yellowtail, which is part of the, what's the family that I'm trying to think of? It's a different class of fish, but it's good eating, great eating. Yellowtail is great eating. So is the tuna, bluefin tuna. We eat the sashimi. So we're going to have just an epic time for 4 days out on a boat. Fishing and then I'll be doing the let me get my screen back up again here. Hold on. Here we go. And then we're going to be doing a dinner one of the nights paired with the Carrera to Ona tequila. And by that time, I'm hoping we'll have like a repo or something that they're going to supply us. Carrera is going to supply us with the tequila for the tasting. So we may do a Blanco and a repo pairing and stuff, or a Añejo pairing. And then what also is going to happen is I'm going to bring some select bottles from my private collection. Stuff you can't buy anymore. Stuff that no longer is available. Prized treasure bottles that I'm going to open up and share with people on the trip. And we're going to sit and talk, and we're going to get to know each other. It's going to be epic. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a blast. We're going to make new friends with each other, too. You're going to get to see who I am in person. And we'll have a lot of fun together. So the cost of the trip is $2,550. You don't pay a dime to me. I don't get any of this. There's a charter master that if you're interested, you can email me. The email address is in the description below. If you're an avid fisherman, great. If you're not and you want to experience it, that's fine too. You can rent your gear at the dock, and the deckhands do a great job of teaching you and showing you how to catch fish. And if they even need to, they'll cast out for you, hook a fish, hand it to you, and let you fight it. They're that awesome. We're on a premier sport fishing boat out of San Diego, California. It's going to be an epic time. We've announced this a couple of weeks ago, and we only have like 5 spots left on it. So if you're interested in getting above, my email address should be in the description of this video. Send me an email. Let me know that you're interested. I'll send you the contact information of the gentleman you need to contact to get booked on it. He's the charter master. He's the one that's collecting all the money. He's the one that's paying all that stuff. I pay my money to him too as well. And then we're going to do t-shirts. So the t-shirts will look like this. This will be on the t-shirts, this logo and stuff. So you'll get a Tequila Carrera to Ona presents the Tuna Tales and Tequila Tour 2026 t-shirt. I had this custom design for us. And then you'll get, I'm working on getting some glasses done for the tasting. They'll have the tequila. It says the Tuna Tales and Tequila Tour 2026 on the glasses. So we'll go with the glass, and then Carrera is giving us a bunch of Carrera swag as well, shirts and hats and stuff like that you guys will walk away with too. It's going to be an epic time. It's going to be a lot of fun. those of you interested, email me, let me know. I'm really excited about this. I went fishing this year. I've got 600 pounds of fish in my freezer that I'm needing to eat through and giving it away to my neighbors and stuff. So I wanted to talk about that and let you guys know about what that's all about. It's going to be fun. I'm not making a dime off of it, but we'll get to hang out for 4 days in August 12th to 16th, and it's going to be epic. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to meeting those that have already signed up. I know some of my members have already signed up, and I appreciate that. And I look forward to hanging out with you guys. I'm going to bring some really good special bottles out of my private collection behind me to share with you guys. And I'll be there to answer questions about tequila and stuff, and even help you fish, because I don't know how much fish I can store myself. So if I hook a fish, I can hand it off to you and let you reel it in if you need fish. We're there to help you make sure you have a good time. All right. Other projects that are coming up for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, we got the Partida High Proof, the Cast Strength Añejo. This is the bottle that I selected. This is amazing stuff. This is coming. It's got delayed. It was supposed to be here already, but we're expecting the barrel to arrive sometime mid-November, which is great. That's going to be great. So that's coming up. And then Palidar, which somebody had mentioned, Amburana barrels. I tried their stuff and I really liked their stuff. You see the review on there. So they actually sent me some single barrels. One of them is an Amburana. There you go. This is an Amburana single barrel high proof. And then I got, these are all for single barrel selections. So we got a Tempranillo. Which would be like a Rosa. Another Tempranillo, which is like a Rosa. And then one that they've never done before, which is, we'd be the first to do it, which is an extra añejo. So I've got these single barrel samples that if you guys want, I can do a live stream where we do the barrel selection on this. If you guys want that, comment, do it live. And I can do it live, and we'll set up a live stream to do it where we can taste these through these single barrels. I told them I'd get it done this week, so we try to do it this week. But if you guys want to do it as a live stream, you can comment and stuff. Comment and do it live, and then we can do a live stream where we do the barrel selection on the Palidar single barrel. Now, I can also have Peter come on. Pete is the guy that owns the brand. One of the guys that owns the brand. I can have him come on, and we can do an interview with him, too, if you guys want to learn more about the brand and learn more about what they're doing. They're made by Eduardo Orendine out of Arete Distillery. And so it's good quality stuff. And so I don't mind supporting the brand. I love their Tempranillo, the Reposado. It made one of my Rosas, top Rosas. It's delicious. It's really good. Do it live. Okay, cheat code. Got it. So their stuff's delicious. If you haven't tried Palidar, try it. It's really good. It's really good. Their Amburana, if you haven't tried their Amburana, who was it that commented on the Amburana? Do it love 100%. Okay. Where was the guy that commented? Where was the Amburana review? You guy, let me see, where is he? Now here. So Mike, if you haven't tried Palidar, try their Amburana. I think you'll like it. If you do try it, let me know what you think. I did a review. It's on one of my reviews. AZJ said, do it live, do it live and do the interview too. That'd be cool. Okay, I can set up an interview with him. That'd be cool. We can do it. I want to do more live streams. I stopped doing live streams for a while because I just got incredibly busy with a bunch of stuff. I've been doing a lot of wine research, and which helps me with tequila stuff, understanding more tequila, ways to produce better and more flavorful tequila, doing wine making at home. So I can explain that later. If you guys want to get information, we can do maybe a thing where we talk about wine and tequila, because they're really, really Close. Yeah, Mike Roach. Yeah. Yeah. So if he wants to try have him try the Paladar, and I think they have it on ferment still. The Ambarana, I think, is listed on there. I'd have to check, but I think it is. If he wants to try the Ambarana one, that one's good. He'll like it, I think. The Carrera Joven or the Partida? What? No, the live is the single barrel for the Paladar. Is that what you're talking about? If you guys want me to do it live, I'll do the Paladar single barrel selection live. So you guys can watch as I either select a barrel or say no to all of them. Because I've done that before where I'm like, I did that with Partida originally. And if you guys watch that live stream, I'm like, yeah, this is good, but it's nothing you can't find in the store. So I'm gonna say no on this. And we passed on the Partida, and I said I would consider doing a Partida barrel buy if they did a cast strength. And then they messaged me and said, we took your suggestion and we're going to do a cast strength for you. So come to Mexico and select. And they did. If you could pick one, yeah, which one? Yeah. Wish you would have added it to your. Did you watch my my Paladar review? A lot of people. There's a lot of reviews on there where people are like, did you need to review this brand? It's like I already did. Watch the review. If you go, there's a search feature on YouTube. You can search it, but if you like Rosas, like in my Rosa, I even mentioned the Tempranillo, the Paladar Tempranillo Rosa. I think it was number 2 on my Rosa list. Right behind the Yayo Rosa Reposado, which is delicious. Your first time trying Paladar, you got a funky bottle. Which one, but which expression did you try? Was it the Ambarana aged from the experimental range, or because I know they said when they first did them, there was some barrels that they needed to break in first in the first batches. That's what's happening too. If you've seen my review for the Pantera de Oro, if you're a whiskey drinker and you love bourbons and whiskeys and stuff, that's going to be an exceptional tequila for you. And so when I messaged him back, I go, this is going to be great for whiskey drinkers. He goes, they were new oak barrels and it oaked it more than we originally planned on it but we're going to use the same barrels for the next couple of runs. And so it'll get better. Like, okay. But the first batch. So if you're somebody that loves whiskey, you're going to love that Pantera de Oro Extra Añejo. Because it's really super strong on the barrel influence. It's a great for whiskey drinkers. The Reposado. Okay. It could have been a new barrel or something. I enjoyed the Reposado now. So maybe pick up. That happens sometimes too. Like I haven't tried. I need to do an update video. Somebody asked about consider doing update videos. I need to do an update video on the, what is it? I'm drawing a blank on the name. What is it? The one I did with the chicken. That lady. I'll tell you a story about that lady that owns that brand. It's out of 1570. It's a Camarena brand, but it was really, the first batch was really fire. I mean, it burned. It torched I could barely talk after tasting. I was like, oh my God, why did they release this to them? And that lady just ripped into me when I saw her at Cultura y Sabor. She's like, you painted over a Ferrari. And I'm like, no, that first batch was awful. But that happens. Sometimes you get batches that aren't as good as others. And that's could be what some think is the Volans. Yeah, Volans Still Strength. That's it. That's the one I was, yeah. exactly. Volans. It was on fire the first batch. It was hot, and even people were commenting back on the video. Yeah, I got some from the first. It is hot. It burned, and she's like, "Oh, you painted over a Ferrari, and you don't know good tequila if your life depends on it." I go, "No, lady, trust me. I know good tequila, but that batch was not good. It was on fire." So, but the Pantera de Oro is a great whiskey drinker's whiskey. Really solid. Barrel influence on it. It reminded me of bourbon, but it was delicious. It was really good. So if you, and the nice thing is it's only like 85 bucks or $89.99 or something at Costco. But unfortunately, they charge more for the retail store. So we're going to get it up on Ferment and Still. I think the price is going to be like, I think he said $140 or something like that, which is still good for a cask strength extra añejo. But if you're a whiskey drinker, try it. It's really good. I think you'll enjoy it. But I talked to the brand and they go, we're launching with Costco in Los Angeles and Southern California and parts of Northern California. They bought 800 cases of it to launch at Costco. And he goes, we're doing it with some retailers. And I go, well, can I arrange to get some for Ferment and Still so people in other parts of the country could try it? And he's like, sure, let me see what I can do. So we got 3 cases coming of the Pantera de Oro. I was able to talk with the owner and that's the kind of thing I do with Ferment and Still. It's not like, they send us stuff like, oh, you better sell this. No, it's like I talk to the brands. I go, can we get some of this so people in Missouri or in Chicago or in New York or in Indiana or in not Tennessee, because Tennessee is forbidden, but in Florida or Georgia can get some of this stuff. And they're like, yeah, let's see what we can do. And I try to help the brands that way too. And then when people in other states start looking for the products, they start selling in other states, and then it helps the brand grow. And that's what I'm all about. The Herradura Legend is a good whiskey drink. Okay, when I'll try that one, I'll be prepared for that. Have you ever considered doing update videos on some brands if the quality decreases, such as Lalo? Yeah, I have considered it. The only thing is I have to buy them because they're not going to send them to me. So I don't make a whole lot of money off the stuff that I do here. So I have to keep my money kind of restricted as to what I can spend money on, especially when I've got brands sending me stuff. But if they want to send me stuff, matter of fact, I'm supposed to be getting a bottle of Tears of Llorona because they want me to do an updated video on it. They're going to send me a bottle. So I'll be doing an updated video on Tears of Llorona soon. But if I can afford it, if I can grab some bottles to help you guys and do some updated stuff, I will. Lalo it went from being a good, solid quality tequila to being carbon filtered and bland now because they're trying to go after the mass public with it. And so I have avoided that. I've had some issues with them where they sent me a bottle of the still strength. Actually, Lalo sent me a bottle of the still strength. And then his marketing people forbid me from doing a review on it. And I basically gave him the middle finger and said, screw you guys, I'm doing a review on it anyways. And it was hot. And the stuff they came out with definitely was carbon filtered to smooth it out for the American palate. But I actually liked the stuff that Lalo sent me better than the stuff they launched. But they wouldn't send me a thing to do a review because they knew that I would say that wasn't as good as the stuff that Lalo originally sent me. So there's stuff like that going on all the time where brands won't send you stuff because they think you're going to say something bad about them or you're going to tell the truth about them and stuff like that. So that's the way I am. That's the kind of person I am. But I'll never bash a brand. I don't bash brands. And there's a lot of stories I could tell you about things that brands have done to me or said to me that I don't feel the need to really regurgitate it back to people. And I'd rather keep things positive. You don't need to spend as much energy to make friends and stuff and to build a community when you're nice versus when you're nasty and negative. And so I don't like to jump into the negativity stuff at all. So you'll never see me bash a brand. I will say it's not something I appreciate or I like, but maybe if you're somebody that likes this kind of flavor profile, you'll enjoy this one. I'll never say it's awful and trash them. And then I never belittle brands for what they done. This has been a learning thing for me. And when I first started, but when I was back in 2015, 2016, I got caught up in the additives thing. And then you see me doing additive tests and stuff on my channel. And I was into like, no, that's an additive brand and blah, blah, blah. They're garbage and blah. I used to do that stuff. And then what happened is the more trips and stuff I made to Mexico, I'm sitting down with people that are the producers that you guys adore and talk about all the time. And they're like, look, Mark, we like you a lot. Do you need to be going into the whole additive thing? I mean, really? And they're like, when you think about it, the additives have been in tequila for 20, 30 years. What does it matter if it has additives in it or not? And, these are producers. These are guys that we respect. They're like, I'm like, so what do you think about the whole additive thing? They're like, we don't care. We don't use them, but we don't care. If people like it and it introduces people to tequila and that's what people enjoy, then so be it. But there's people out there that'll be like, I really enjoyed this brand. They send me questions all the time. I really enjoyed this brand. Does it have additives in it? And it's like, why? Because if I tell you it's an additive brand, you're all of a sudden going to not like it? If you like it, who cares? Drink it. It's not going to kill you. You're not being poisoned. You're not being slowly poisoned to death. You're not being swindled or anything. It's just... But, and then when I'm sitting there talking to him, the one thing I love about the tequila world in Mexico, the producers and stuff, when I have the kind of relationship that I have with them, I can sit down and we're frank with each other. And they look at me and they go, Mark, everyone gets all crazy about the additives things, but the second we put it in a barrel, it's got additives in it. The only tequila that's really 100% additive free is Blanco. We put it in a barrel, it's going to have whiskey added in it, and we don't know what was in that whiskey before, or if anything was added to it when it was put in the barrel. We don't know if there's vegetable glycerin that was in the whiskey, or we don't know if the wine barrel has glycerin in it or not. We don't know what. But we get the flavor of whatever was in the barrel. And whatever's in the barrel is typically what they'll use as additives, which is vanillin and stuff like that. And they try to use aspartame and all that other crap. No one uses it because the second you put aspartame in a barrel, you put a shelf life on your tequila and it'll go bad. It's like if you ever had a Diet Coke that's been in the garage for a while and you popped it open and then start drinking, you're like, ugh, that is aspartame going bad. They're not going to use aspartame. It's a lot more expensive too than using cane sugar or agave nectar to sweeten their tequila if they want to sweeten it, or vegetable glycerin, which is really cheap. You don't have to worry about that stuff. If you like it, drink it. If you don't like it, if it's too sweet for you, then don't drink it. That's the way I determine whether a brand I like or not. If it's overly sweet, it's not for me. When I first started, I love the sweet stuff. The first brand that really turned me on to tequila was Cava de Oro. I loved it. It was caramelly color and stuff. It was like caramel flavored and chocolate, and I was like, this is good. But then after a while, I'm like, it's just too sweet. It was I put it in a little dessert wine glass, like a port glass, and drink it that way because it was just too sweet. And I'm like, this is not really the flavor profile I really like, coming from bourbon and stuff. So then I started getting into the stuff that was made right without the sweetener. I'm like, okay, this taste. And then people are like, well, that's really what tequila tastes like. That stuff's been adulterated. Oh, okay. But then everybody started the whole grift of trying to get money by doing these additive free things and doing the crooked stuff and pointing fingers and causing animosity in the industry. We don't need that. You don't need people telling you what not to drink. You need people helping you find the stuff that you want to drink. I always see these things where people post the Clase Azul bottle and they're like, if you like drink this, it's like, well, why, if it's so bad, why do you have a bottle of it? Why are you buying that brand? Well, you must drink it if you have a bottle. You won't see a Clase Azul bottle in here. I don't buy it. So I don't have a Clase Azul bottle to do if you drink this, you suck. You shouldn't be drinking it. You won't see that. I don't have that here. You won't see a bottle of Clase Azul. Because I don't like the flavor profile. It's too sweet for me, so I never bought it. The bottles that I have that I show you are stuff I bought. I think the only thing I have that I bought that I regretted buying was the Sincoro. I have a bottle of Sincoro over there that I've never touched. I mean, it's been in here for 4 years. I tasted it and I was like, oh my God, it's really sweet. I don't like this. It's a cool bottle. It's still sitting over there and you can see how full it is. It's like still only that much of it's gone. But you don't see me doing videos like, if you don't like this, if you like this, then you suck and you should be drinking something like this. And you won't see me doing videos like that. I don't believe in it. It might crank up a lot of likes, but what does it do? It doesn't do anything. If you like Sincoro and you enjoy the flavor profile of it, God bless you, drink it. It's not going to kill you, but drink it. As I remember buying my dad Clase Azul for Father's Day, and it was like $60. The price on it now is bonkers. Yeah, it's gone crazy. Yeah. And now that I'm educated, I never touch the stuff again. Cheap bottle. It's a really cool bottle with the bell and everything. But if somebody likes drinking Clase Azul, they shouldn't be sad about it. Enjoy it. Drink it. It's like, some people like McDonald's and people don't go, oh, McDonald's, it's full of garbage. And why do you drink? And they're like, okay, cool. You like a Big Mac every once in a while. No big deal. If you like drinking Clase Azul, then that's good. All I say is, look here, try some of these recommendations I make and see if maybe you can find something you like better that's not as expensive. Something you can use to drink more often, because Clase Azul is expensive. One of my favorites are Don Abraham 110 is my favorite. One of my favorite Valle high proofs, really. Ugh. There you go. One of my first tequila bottles were El Padrino and Mi Familia. Yeah, there you go. Sweet stuff out of Total Wine, right? Yeah. We all made mistakes. We've all bought that stuff before, and we liked it, and there was nothing wrong with that. And you used to rave about that stuff, cheat code. Welcome to the collector. There you go. I guess Rick used to know cheat code for a while, I guess, huh? We should throw into the next tasting we do as a blind. We should throw into the next tasting we do as a blind. Oh, should I do a blind tasting? I can do a blind tasting. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to be getting a bottle of the Cascanes Joven. So we can do a side-by-side blind of the Cascanes versus the Carrera. Was it Iric? Much better than Casamigos and Jose Cuervo. Yeah. Oh, Rick is your cousin. Oh, okay. We got primos here. That's all. That's cool. We got family members that are part of the Hombre viewers. That's awesome. I'm thinking about doing another T-shirt, you guys, too. So if you guys want to, I'm trying to think of a good design to do for a T-shirt, for a Tequila Hombre T-shirt. Oh, he turned you into the TBAC once you got serious. Oh, nice. Awesome. Well, thanks, Rick, for bringing more people into the collective. I'd love to have more people join us. I'd love to be able to sell these barrels and stuff out with just collective members. That would be awesome if we could do that. And then also help support me, covering all my traveling expenses and stuff. Because, like I said, I don't get paid by the brands to do any of this stuff. So All right, you guys. So we started this at noon, so we're an hour and a half into this already. I think it's time for me to go eat some lunch. I had a great time doing this live stream with you. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like for sitting here with you guys. That's the least you can do is give me a like. Thank you for all those of you that did the super chats. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you that are members of the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. For those of you that aren't members, you want to join, we'd love to see you on the Discord. Just remember, the best way to get the most out of the Discord group is to participate in the Discord and to be there posting stuff and talking. The guys are great. Cheat Code's on there. Rick's on there. Quicksilver's Cray's on there. A bunch of these guys that you saw on here today are on the Discord, and it's a great group of guys. Great group of tequila lovers, and they'll post stuff, and I let people just free post their comments and stuff. The only thing I try to do is try to keep them on subject of the channel that they're in. That's the most I do as far as doing any moderation. But well, thank you, Rick. I appreciate you too, and thank you for your membership. I really do appreciate it. So we'll do some more. I'm going to do these more frequently. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll do more live streams like this. I hope to see some of you guys too on the Tuna Tales and Tequila Tour fishing trip. That's gonna be a lot of fun. My email address is in the description below. If you want to join the collective, the link is in the description below. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila, so make sure you follow some of the recommendations I make. And one of the things too is make sure once this goes public, if you're not a member of the collective, you pick up your bottle of the Carrera Joven. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. You'll love it. I swear. I promise. If you don't, I will torture myself. Bye, guys. See you soon. Salute.